exciting episode of the Williams Today Show. I'm your host, William Proulx with Real Estate One.
And I'm your co-host, Olechowski with Real Estate One.
And you guys are for sure, in fact, 155.9% watching the Hannah's Today Show, Williams Today Show, and the Three Keys Teams Today Show. We still haven't figured it out, so we're going to say all three until our heads pop. So, you guys already know the rules. Positive impact, one day at a time, and we are...
Crickety coconut cracking the code.
Cracking the code. And on today's episode, we are cracking the code to permits.
Yes.
So the past 3 episodes, we have mentioned permits because that's what we're dealing with lately with our sellers that are trying to sell their property that they added a beautiful addition on, but did not pull permits for and did not use contractors because they're experts in everything. I'm picking on you every episode until we get this cleared up. Don't forget it, and I know they're watching, so let's keep digging into it. Anyway, guys, we're talking about permits. As we keep mentioning it every week, we're going to talk about why you need permits, what you can run into situations where you're like, okay, I should have gotten a permit. Obviously, down here at the bottom, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
And just why permits are so important. So let's start off, Hannah, with this beautiful board she said we absolutely had to have on the show because we could not forget.
Just made it easier. There's a lot of stuff we got to touch.
Especially that you don't want to miss. So
yeah,
let's go ahead and let's jump onto the first thing.
All right, so I don't have it written down on here, but where you can obtain a permit is through your local municipality building. Depending on what city you live in,
right,
you got to find the right one.
And there are building codes different in each municipality, so it's important that you don't just go based off of one city that you may know. And an easy way to find out how to contact them is you simply Google permits and then the zip code. I found that out this weekend. You can literally find the number for the building department in any municipality by doing that. So you know. All right.
So what would require a permit is if you make any major changes that are going to alter the footprint of your home.
Right.
Okay?
Any changes at all that you would consider, if you walk through the house and there was wall here, anything that you would consider changing it, like expanding, like anything.
Add a hallway,
don't think small
wall.
things. Carpet, even cabinets sometimes. If you're moving plumbing or electrical, yes, permit. You can do little minor cosmetic things, but like I always say this, it's better to be prepared than to get blindsided in life with anything. So I would just double check anyway. Because we're dealing with a situation where we're getting ready to replace a water heater, and our municipality requires that we have a permit pulled on that.
Yeah,
who would have known,
never
right?
Thought that.
It's a learning process. So we're getting ready to put a new water heater, and we're going to pull the permit, and it was as easy as you could possibly imagine. It's just a water permit. Here's your permit, or a water heater. Easy to go. Here it is. Simple. It's super easy. So, bam. Anything you change with the blueprint. Anything. How do we explain that the best way? If you're moving walls, you're putting up a garage, you're doing an addition, you're messing with plumbing or electrical, you're adding a deck on, permit.
Yes, 100%.
Go directly to your municipality for further instructions on how to do that. All right. So.
All right. I had something I was going to say and now I can't remember, so we're just going to move on.
So I talked it right out of your brain. Right? She did all this so I could just.
All right. So, how much it would cost? It varies. So some municipalities, they only charge 1% of the total construction cost.
Right.
But also, it depends. Like, you can immediately get one. You don't got to pay nothing. It just really depends on what you're doing, which is why you always want to call, ask questions, do research. Always, always, always.
I claim to be dumb in everything I do. The more questions you ask, the more successful you are at whatever it is you're going to do. I promise you that.
Absolutely.
And that's any field in your life. Ask questions, approach the situation like a complete dumbass. I'm just saying.
No.
All right. Okay. Blunt is better, right? Blunt is better. So, failing to obtain the proper permits may stall or stop the sale of your home.
No one wants to hear those words.
Which is what we're dealing with right now, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna keep picking out.
It's
we're
just
gonna
it's longing out the process, which really sucks. But this is why we're making this video and stressing to homeowners.
And it is a beautiful add-on that they did. It's just that they did it themselves and they didn't pull the permits.
Yeah,
so
and it was a pretty big job, and they didn't have it inspected, which is exactly why the permit.
We're here, and I think everything's gonna pass. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But if they would have known the amount of a headache that they have to deal with now, and then wanting to sell their house as quick as they do.
Right. They would have been prepared for it had they known about this.
There it is again. Prepared.
Yeah.
Prepared. So.
Oh, I just remember what I was going to say.
Yes.
So if you are hiring a contractor to come out and do the job, they should know the job that you're asking them to do requires a permit, but always double check.
Always double
never
check.
Know.
Don't double check with them. I mean, you can ask them, and that'll be like, oh, they'll be like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah.
Yeah, right. But
call your municipality. Call them just to verify, and they will literally. They have no problem. This is literally what the building department does, right? They do inspections and they make sure that everything in the city is up to code. So they will love your phone call and they will answer any questions you have. You're not bothering anybody, I promise.
Yeah, and you also might be able to find the information on their website, just depending.
Yeah, there's
take
huge,
a look around.
Huge booklets they have as you go through. Sometimes it's too boring to read, so just call them.
Yeah,
but there is that option
is
too.
a lot easier.
The nerds like Hannah like to go through and read
some
everything.
People like to talk to people on the phone.
I like to call. Hannah likes to read a million
Or maybe
books.
it's like a late night research and they can't call. Who knows?
That's true. Push up the glasses. Nerd. Okay, push up the glasses. All right. Okay, so you will have to prove that you pulled the proper permits if you have a home inspection or an appraisal done on the property.
Because the inspector may not dive that deep, like, did this have a permit done? Does it look like it had a permit done? But the appraiser is absolutely going to. They basically work for the bank. They're trying to make sure that the loan that they're giving is 100% safe to be given.
Right.
So it's gonna get fine.
Couldn't have said it better than what Hannah just said, because sometimes it may be missed, but what if it doesn't get missed? The headache will always outweigh the possibilities, period. So just follow those directions. I'm glad that we decided. Hannah had the brilliant idea of discussing permits this week, and I thought that
That was a great idea. Not many people know about it.
You're a genius.
I know,
You're an absolute genius. And we needed this. So, guys, we tried to keep this video as short as possible.
Yes.
If you have any other questions, me and Hannah are actually still learning about the permit process, and we would
love to
to
learn more.
answer your questions. So feel free to give us a call. Ask us questions about your municipality. We'll call them for you.
Yep.
If you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest, you know the team to call in the downriver area. We will make it happen, and we'll have some fun while we do it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys, that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
All we had?
Yeah, that's it.
Episode 36, permits. Know your permits.
Yes.
As always, it costs $0 and 0 cents to be a decent human being in this world. Be happy. Make it a great week. Make it a fantastic week.
Yes.
We will see you guys on the next episode.